There are obviously a lot of conservation organizations out there. Why did you choose Panthera?
So Panthera is unique because that's all Panthera does is species conservation of the 40 species of cats. Now cats are really critical members of the ecosystem. They're apex predators or they're near the top of the food chain. And by conserving cats, you're conserving these biodiverse landscapes around the world. And most biodiverse landscapes on the 5 major continents have cats as part of their ecosystem.
So, Jonathan, what's your vision for Panthera?
I think Panthera has a great role to play in preserving the protected areas and the remaining biodiversity that we have in the world. And Panthera, with its focus on the charismatic cats, I think can play a big role in rallying people around the importance of nature, the importance of biodiversity, and the importance of conservation of the remaining biodiversity.
Do you have thoughts on how to scale up philanthropic support for conservation efforts?
A species conservation receives such a tiny amount of total nature conservation or even philanthropy. Panthera, with its scientific approach, can demonstrate tangible results from these investments, and success begets success is what I have found. And I'm convinced that I will be part of the growing chorus that is singing the importance of that objective.
In 2019, you suffered a tragic cycling accident that left you without your use of your arms and legs. How are you doing now? And how did that tragedy influence your decision to step down from your leadership role at IDEX Laboratories and get more involved with cat conservation?
I realized that it was time to give back, that I'd spent my entire career in business and had been extraordinarily successful. But now is the time to give back, to use some of the financial benefits that I had received as a result of being in business and pursue this really, really important goal of conserving species and in particular cats, because I just think they're a very, very important part of the biodiverse ecosystems in which they inhabit.
What would you say to a person, especially a young person, who's concerned or disappointed about sort of the direction of issues when it comes to the environment and climate and biodiversity?
I think we can only try. Yes, these challenges are rather overwhelming. You know, if you look at the wild lion population in Africa, this is a very important species. We have half the number of wild lions today at the time of the second Lion King than we did at the time of the first Lion King. And so it's challenging. But I believe we can change the direction. We have to be focused on it. We have to allocate our resources and our attention to it. I think young people are even more in tune with the importance of the environment. And as they appreciate the importance of biodiversity, they can play an important role. I am very optimistic that we can turn the tide. It's not going to happen overnight. It's going to take decades, but we can turn the tide so that we preserve the remaining biodiversity that we have on this planet.